Good evening, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another live stream. Welcome to round 4 of the AMS2 Community Cup. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to be joined in the commentary booth by Owen this evening. As always, we're going to be doing our Murray Walker, James Hunt impressions. It's going to be a cracker tonight. If anything, if the shakedown is anything to go by, we're going to get a really good race. Yeah, let me just bring in Owen to say good evening to you guys. Owen, over to you, mate. Guys, if you can let me know in the chat whether the volume levels are okay, for Owen especially, because a lot of people say that he sounds a bit quiet. He's blasting in my ear holes, so hopefully you can hear him okay. If you can let me know in chat, that would be very good. At the moment, we've got 5 minutes left of practice. We will get over to AMS2 as soon as qualifying starts. We've got 15 minutes of qualifying, followed by a 60-minute race. It's sure to be an absolute cracker tonight.
Pit stops, I think, from what we saw in the shakedown.
Yeah, you should be able to hear Owen now. I had Discord muted for the time being. So, RRC, how are you doing, mate? You couldn't hear him at all. Hopefully you can now, Abaddon. Owen, if you wouldn't mind, give us a little bit of a spiel, so the guys can let me know in Discord whether they can hear you or not.
I don't do spiels on the spot. I'll just do a testing, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
okay,
all good. All good, mate, all good. What isn't good is my touch portal keeps disconnecting, and I need that to control my stream. So this could be a really short stream tonight.
Oh no, the buttons, man.
Yeah, the buttons. There we go. What's up with the? Hopefully it will still work. It keeps disconnecting for some reason. I think the Wi-Fi's playing up.
We tried turning it off and on again.
Yeah, I've done the IT thing of rebooting it. But right, we've got 3 minutes left of practice, guys. We will get over to AMS2 as soon as qualifying starts. You won't miss a thing. There's after last week, not last week, a fortnight ago, the last race, MVRC had an amazing result. They moved from in the team championship from 8th to 4th. It's really tight now. The drop rounds are starting to take come into play. A good result here for any team that would rocket them up the leaderboard. MVRC have lucked out a little bit. Their top 2 drivers are being drawn on separate servers. So JK and Dan, who were first and second in last week's shakedown, they're on different servers. So MVRC will be looking for some good points today. But let's not rule out anybody, really. I mean, anyone from KCSR has got the speed and the know-how and the experience to do really well. AMSU always are strong. I think Noodle at the moment is leading the Drivers' Championship, but there's a lot of really good drivers. McKaylee, I don't know if it's McKaylee or Michelle. I think it's McKaylee, I'm not sure. He's a really fast driver. He'll be one to watch out for sure. But anyone, it's wide open. We've got Roy, Johnny B, Flying Hall Kick, Racezilla, Andy Moore, Glenn, Frano from AMSU, G Bear, as you know, is like Minimus. He's a new driver for MVRC. Evil Noodles, Staku. The grid is absolutely stacked. I really can't wait for the race.
Yeah, Minimus was doing some pretty good lap times on the shakedown. Quite impressed.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely a quick driver. Right, we've got 1 minute to go, guys, and qualifying will be starting. Let me just quickly say hello to everybody that's in the stream. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. If you wouldn't mind smashing up the like button, I'd really appreciate it. Caitlin, G-Bear is your dad. Yeah, he's an absolute legend, G-Bear. Nice to see you, Caitlin. I hope you're well. I think G-Bear is going to do well tonight. G-Bear and Frano are driving for AMS2 tonight. Who else we got? Oh, the grid is just absolutely stacked. Good evening, Roy. Good luck in the race tonight, buddy.
Yeah, less than a minute.
Thank you very much, Roy. That saves any confusion. Yeah, so you'll definitely be watching driving for RPM. That's good. He's got hooked on watching these live streams. Caitlin is an absolute legend. G-Bear is proper fast, and especially in these kind of cars, the Ginetta, he's a bit of a specialist. So we'll be looking for G-Bear to have an absolutely fantastic race tonight. Right, guys, we're going to switch over to AMS2 straight away. Let's get going. Let's get in on the action. Qualifying's about to begin. Enjoy. Good evening, Andre. How are you, buddy? I hope you're well, mate. Do you know what? I'm just going to reboot my because that is really delayed massively. Right, practice is completed. We're just on the countdown. You've been busy, Andre. Yeah, I had another go of the iRacing GTEs today, but I didn't do it in VR, and I was quicker. So I'm hoping as the week progresses, we get closer and closer to breaking that 50s. 350.1 is my personal best now. So it's coming down slowly but surely. Right, here we go, guys. Qualifying has begun. That probably looks like Frano, I think, who's got out first there. Let's have a look. No, it's not. Who is that at the front there? Let's have a look. No. No. They're all out now. They're all out. Look. It's Minimus. Minimus from MVRC had got out first there. So we'll jump on board with Minimus for this first lap, and then we'll go through the grid as the times come in. Owen will be keeping an eye on some guys, and he'll let us know to switch to and stuff like that. But let's just see how Minimus does on his first lap. 3:53. Yeah, I'm averaging around about 3:52, Andre, but I have got down to 3:50.1. But yeah, it's there's a lot of time to find. So as you can see, guys, we have got dual liveries tonight for the teams. There wasn't enough livery slots available for every team, so the teams are sharing. This is MVRC, and who are they? I think they're sharing with RRC. I'm not entirely sure. My favourite by far this week is the AMS2 KCSR livery. It looks absolutely amazing. Oh, just a little bit wrong on the exit there from Minimus. I think he'd be backing out of this lap maybe. He'd probably come round and complete it, but he definitely mucked up the exit on the on that corner. Yeah,
it's a bit of a high curb on that one.
Yeah, definitely. Here we go, over the line. This will be the first time. The time to beat. 141.5. Evil Noodle straight in with a 140.2. Glenn Owls 141.6. Tom 141.7. They're definitely, I think, it's going to be a sub 140 in this qualifying.
Oh, easily. 139s. A lot of them are going to drop in.
Let's jump on board with the G-Bear, the legend that is G-Bear. He's a bit of an expert in the Ginettas. Doesn't matter what Ginetta it is, he certainly knows how to get the most out of them. He'll be looking for a good time. He's coming round to complete his lap now.
Yeah, JK's put the first 139.2 in. Wow.
G-Bear 140.7, got work to do. JK 139.2. Incredible time already this early in the qualifying. Johnny B, KCSR 140.5, again got work to do, but you know, you take JK out of the equation and it's very, very tight, but JK's lap, absolutely blistering pace. Look at that livery. I think this is absolutely the best livery that I've seen this season. The dual AMSU and KCSR split livery. It looks absolutely stunning. You see Dzolfo from RRC with a 140.4. I think this is RRC's combo this week. McKaylee there, a 140.3. So formation flying from the RRC boys in 4th and 5th. JK leading the way, 139.2. Flying Hall Kick with a sub 40 with a 139.9. Johnny B's moved up to 140.1. Noodle 140.2, McKaylee 140.3, Zolfo 140.4. It's really, really tight. But JK almost a second clear of Flying Hall Kick.
Yep, it's going to be another close one. Definitely another close one. Oh, JK, he's nearly breaking that 138.
That's mad. That's mad. Mad pace.
Could he be a contender for the short stopping it?
Hey, Mark. Do you know, like we saying that the pit window is so long. There's like we was talking before the race. There's an opportunity for, you know, going light at the start of the race and putting in more fuel, sort of around about 50% of race distance. But there's also the opportunity of filling the car up, going as long as you can. They are definitely going to be stopping at least once. It's a mandatory tyre stop as well, I believe, all 4 tyres. But it's just the strategy is so wide, the pit window is so wide. It'd be interesting to see where people go light at the start, like JK maybe, to try and get away from the pack, build up a bit of a lead and take a longer pit stop, or whether you know, he fills the car up and just splash and dash, change the tyres and carry on. But yeah, it really opens up the strategy.
Yeah, I mean, we were seeing cars getting lapped towards the end of the practice session, so that's gonna play into it as well.
So we've now got 3 drivers that have broken the 140. JK, Johnny B, and Flying Hall Kick from RPM. So 3 drivers from 3 different communities have broken the 140s. JK very, very close to jumping into the 138. So I wonder if he can be able to get a... But saying that, he's got almost a second advantage over the second place guy. So the guys really are playing catch up to JK at the moment. Let's go a bit further down the field. Let's jump on board with Roy, who's got the independent livery, but he is actually racing for RPM tonight. There was a little bit of confusion. He was going to be a reserve, was jumping in, and then he wasn't. But although Roy is racing in the independent livery, he is actually driving for RPM. But yeah, let's stay on board with Roy, see what kind of lap he can put in. He's currently on a 141.6. Oh, just got a bit wide there, up onto the curbs.
That deserves a replay if the buttons are working.
Here he goes, up on the curb. Was it here? There we go. Oh, yeah. What I might do if for the next one, is just shorten the replays a little bit. 30 seconds seems a little bit too long, but it really is. You got to weigh it up when you can hit the button. If you're, do you know what I mean? If you're watching the action and then you kind of forget and then you can't even remember. It just, I just need to get used to it a little bit more, but. I think I will try and shorten the replays from 30 seconds to maybe 20 seconds. I think will be long enough. Oh, Tom, unfortunately, is getting internet issues on race day. Tom Goodwrench for Noob Gamers. Hopefully, he can get his internet issues sorted. We don't like to see people having internet issues, especially on race day. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in tonight. I hope you're well. I hope you're going to be enjoying the race. We've got just over 4 minutes left of quali. Roy once again has gone wide at the same corner. I don't think he's going to improve his lap time there. Let's jump back on board with Noodle. See how he's doing. He's leading the Drivers' Championship at the moment with drop rounds taken into account. But there's a lot of drivers breathing down his neck. Johnny B of KCSR, Flying Hall Kick. Staku has got in with a 139.8, leaps up to P2 on the grid. He's driving for SSR tonight. It's not got the tag, but we know he's driving for SSR. So we've now got 5 drivers that have broken the 140s. JK still incredibly close to breaking into the 138s, but he's got sort of 7 tenths in hand over Staku. Johnny B 139.9, Flying Hall Kick 139.9, Evil Noodle with 139.9. So we've got MVRC, SSR, KCSR, RPM, and NRT, the top 5, all from different communities. So that just gives you an idea of the strength in depth of the AMS2 community. But this is going to be an absolutely fantastic race. I'm absolutely fascinated by what's going to be happening.
Yeah, there's going to be some pit strategies going on here with this wide window they've got. It's going to be really interesting.
Andre, I've got no idea what's going on server 1, unfortunately. Jonas, I believe, is commentating. Ike Sky, unfortunately, is ill, but Jonas has stepped in, and I think he's going to be providing a commentary from server 1. Usually we got Dud, our little our trackside reporter, who keeps us updated on server 1, but he's not in at the moment. He might be in when the race starts, hopefully, because it's always nice to get information, especially for me. Obviously, I try and give you as unbiased commentary as I possibly can, but obviously my heart will always be with MVRC, and always like to know how Dan and DJ are going to be getting on over there. I'm hoping for top maximum points for MVRC tonight. JK on server 2 and Dan on server 1. But we'll see what happens. There's a lot of amazing drivers from the communities on both servers. It's not going to be plain sailing, especially at the start. Anything can happen. But yeah, keep your fingers crossed. We get a nice clean start. We get maximum points for MVRC. Come on, boys.
Hey, Grandpa Burrs broke into the 140s. Currently running 14th. And Minimus is knocking on the door of the 139. He's currently in 7th.
Yeah, let's jump back on board with Minimus. I don't know if this is a flying lap or whether it's an out lap, but like you say, almost in the 139s, 140.1. He's a second behind his teammate JK. It'd be nice to get him up there so he can sort of act as a bit of a wingman. But yeah, I mean, JK at the moment is proving to be the class of the field.
Yeah, JK was taking that high curve really, really aggressively, whereas Minimus was shy of it. Kind of backing out if he went in a bit too hard. Two different styles on that corner. Obviously works for JK. Let's see what we get here.
And I'm pleased to say that our trackside reporter, Dud, he's in the chat. He'll be keeping an eye on server 1. He's apologised. He was just doing his makeup. But yeah, it's good to see Dud in the chat, who's going to be keeping an eye on server 1 for us and keeping us updated.
Okay, Minimus has gone up to 6th. Ahead of Blue Fear, and he is literally he's a jammy dodger away from the 139s.
Yeah, him and Blue Fear, they're like less than a tenth away from the 39s. Qualifying, this is going to be the last lap for the guys that are on laps. Qualifying is over. We're on the countdown now, so anyone who crossed the line will get to complete this lap. But these are going to be the last laps. Oh, I don't know if that was just no, he's gone. Minimus is gone. No, he's kept it. Maybe internet issues. Oh, that was an incredible drift. And we're just getting an update from server 1 from Dud. Dan 139.2 is the fastest on server 1, so he's really close to JK's time as well. I think Minimus has got some major internet issues because on my screen he's drifting like mad, and I don't think that's the case.
I've got him clean as a whistle, strangely enough.
Am I getting any choppiness from the stream?
Just coming now. Let's see if we can better it. Nope.
I'm just wondering whether it's my my settings, but no, doesn't seem to be any choppiness. I don't know, we may have to maybe have a look at this. Right, that's pretty much qualifying ended. Racezilla is the only one that's out there on track now. No, they're all in the pits. So we've completed qualifying. I'll leave Owen to give you the rundown of positions. But yeah, that was fantastic qualifying there. Let me switch over to our intermission screen so Owen can take a little rundown of the grid for you.
Okay, in first, JK, 139.082, absolutely flying. And comically, Flying Hawk, number 2 on a 139.7. Then Statue in third, 139.8. Johnny B for KCSR in fourth with 139.9. Then Evil Noodle, a hair behind in fifth with another 139.95. And Minimus is in sixth for MVRC. He's the first of the 140s. Then Blue Fear at 140.030. Andy Moore in eighth, 140.1. Frano in ninth, 140.2. Racezilla and number 10, 140.3. Number 11, Michelle. We are a 140.317. 12th, Andy G, 140.4. You get how close this is. 13th, Zolfo, 140.49. 14th, Gin, 140.5. Grandpa Burr, cheers in the background. 15th, good showing, 140.5. Then we've got Glenn, and 16th, 140.7. And then we're dropping into the 141s with Ricky in 17th with 114.2. Then we've got Linus, not that Linus, in number 18, 141.3. And DiRocco in 19th, 141.5. Then we've got Roy, is coming at 141.6. Tom Goodwrench, no time, possible internet issues. And then two unknowns sitting at the back. No idea who they are. Back to you.
We hopped the pit wall. We managed to get into pit lane, but we weren't allowed to sit in a car or put a time in, so we're just languishing at the bottom there.
Yeah.
But
took the car keys off me, they did. I tell you.
Exactly. So what we suggested, we're just going to flip a coin just to see who actually is the real P1 and P2 of this grid.
Yeah.
Right, we're just on a countdown, guys. I think around about 1 minute the race will start. I think they said about 9:15. So 21:15. We'll get the grid countdown, 2 minute countdown for people to sort out their setups, and then we'll go racing. Good luck, G-Bear. So while qualifying was on, guys, can you just let me know if the in-game audio is okay, and obviously Discord is okay. We know that. Right, we're on the we're about to start, guys. We've got 2 minutes on the clock. If you just let me know when the in-game audio is okay, and I'd really appreciate it. Good evening, Hugh. How are you, mate? As always, guys, I will try and keep abreast of all of the action. Owen will be looking as well. But obviously, we can't be everywhere all the time. If you've got any of your favourites that you'd like to have a look at, we will try and get through as many as we possibly can, but we will stay with the closest action that we find in the race. But yeah, let's let's hopefully we get a good race. Overmodulated. Yeah. What's that in plain English, Hugh?
That's my mic blowing out.
Ah, right. We will hopefully, at the end of the race, guys, get some interviews from the top 3. Hopefully they'll jump in the broadcast room, so we'll be able to ask them how their race went and all the rest. What, the game audio, Hugh? If you can let me know whether it's the game audio, I can sort that out, mate. Oh, no, Dan has just taken Rocco out, his connection. So Dan with his internet issues again. Oh, it's such a shame. So server 1, they're actually racing. So they're just a little bit ahead of us. But, that's bad that Dan's internet connection has caused issues yet again.
Roll on 1.6.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, it's Dan's McDonald's Wi-Fi internet, and he hasn't got fibre at the moment. But
he's chicken McNugget.
Yeah, he's right. Here we go, guys.
B1, hold your breath.
Oh, it looks good. It looks safe. It looks clean. It looks like every single car's got through T1 amazingly. We're just riding on board with Johnny B at the moment. He's in P5 currently. He's up the inside of Evil Noodle.
Oh, spinner at the back.
Oh, we've got a spinner at the
Few
back.
cars off.
Didn't quite see it. Did you see who it was?
Yeah, I think it's Andy G. No, not Andy G.
Might have been Blue Fear actually from 10 Temps Racing, unfortunately, and maybe Linus.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely Linus. Look at the front end of his car. Let's get back up the front. We're riding on board with Michele. It's RRC's combo this week. Really lovely livery. Sharing it with NRT. NRT, as always, going with the Golf livery. But yeah, riding on board with Michele. He's currently in P6. JK already running away with it over a second. Already halfway around the lap.
Well, is he going for a short stop at the beginning? Is he running late? As Grandpa Barry's battling it in a big mess of cars here, down in 10th.
Yeah, this without a doubt is my favourite livery of this week, and probably my favourite livery of the series so far. The shared livery with KCSR. So AMSU and KCSR sharing a livery tonight. But yeah, he's currently riding in 10th, doing well. He's just going to keep in the toe there and keep the guys in front of me. Got Glenn from KCSR just ahead of him. In fact, there's 3 cars that are all sharing the same livery. Believe it or not, they're not all teammates. But unbelievably, JK on lap 2 already, he's got 2 seconds ahead. I wonder if he's light on fuel and going to try and get out a really big advantage before the pit stop. What do you think, Owen?
I think that would be a wise idea, because if he's got a clear track in front of him, he's flying, as we've seen in the other races. If he can get a good gap, get in, get back out in a gap, we know he can run long on that car as well and look after the tyres.
Absolutely. We're just riding on board with Staku now for racing for SSR tonight. He's probably about half a second behind Flying Hall Kick from RPM. Evil Noodle just behind him, Johnny B as well. They're all in a little bit of a train here. Keep an eye on Johnny B. He's an incredibly quick driver. Yeah,
he's fighting his way around Evil Noodle, or trying to anyway. Been a bit close for the past half a lap.
Just having a look through the field, and obviously at this moment in time, he's jumped on board with Tom, who's all over the DeRocco from RRC, and Frano there, and Andy G just behind Tom. But yeah, it's at this early stage, it's you're going to get a lot of battles early doors, but we will try and keep on board with the top sort of 5 or 6. just as the race develops, then the battles develop. But we have to keep an eye on it. JK, like I say, lap 3, 2.3 seconds ahead of Flying Hall Kick from RPM. Let's jump on board with Staku. Actually, let's jump on board with Johnny B, because he's in a battle now with Noodles. Only like 4/10. Expect some moves quite early doors. Thank you very much, guys, for smashing up the like button. Really appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. We've got a couple of little toys. The little ticker going across the bottom so you can keep an eye on where people are. We've got the driver information, who we're actually watching. I'm not sure we're going to get as many replays tonight because my portal is mucking up a little bit. But hopefully it'll be okay. But like I say, we're currently on board with Johnny B. He's about he's right on. You can see how close he is to Noodle. Evil Noodle is leading the drivers' championship at the moment, with drop rounds taken into consideration. But as far as the team championship goes, it is very tight. A good showing from any of the teams can rocket you up the leaderboard very quickly. Look at Johnny B is climbing all over the back of Evil Noodle at the moment, which is allowing McKaylee to get on terms. He's up the inside there. He's got the inside line.
He's through. Oh.
Noodle shutting the door, saying, no, Johnny B, you shall not pass.
Yeah, Johnny B, good. Come on. Sorry about that one.
I like it.
Could this be Noodle running a heavier load, going for a longer stint?
If memory serves, I think he did go quite long, didn't he, in the shakedown?
Yeah, he went 2/3, if I remember.
Yeah, McKaylee as well. He's climbing over the back of Johnny B. Go, Johnny, go.
Oh, dear.
I know, it's terrible. Let's jump on board with McKaylee. I think it's McKaylee. It might be Michelle. I do apologise if I've wrecked the pronunciation of your name. I'm sure, hopefully, someone in chat knows McKaylee and will be able to tell me if it's McKaylee or Michelle. First one or the second one. Nice one, Hugh. Oh, that was close. Johnny got ahead of Evil Noodle there. Evil Noodle is now tucking in behind Johnny. Oh, look at McKaylee again. He's climbing over the back. Oh,
no.
There's contact, unfortunately.
Hold it. Oh, beautiful.
He's managed to save it, which is brilliant. Hopefully, no damage to the car. But let's take another little look at that. It was a bit optimistic, but let's have a look anyway. Oh, I'm just looking. He has got the inside line, but I don't know whether he had an overlap, enough of an overlap. But luckily, looking at that, I don't know if he had enough overlap going round the outside. Oh no! Who's that that's just gone off? Oh no! Oh, Minimus go unluckily there. Absolutely got moved out of the way. There's some proper training paint going on here, guys. Believe it or not, this is a non-contact sport. But these guys, they are the cream of AMS2. But I'm hoping that Minimus hasn't got damage. He just seemed to struggle going around that corner there. He may have some damage. So at the moment, we've got JK out in front, for, almost 4 seconds ahead of Flying Hall Kick.
Somebody's off there.
Staku, Staku is just behind Flying Hall Kick. Johnny B, 4 seconds back from Staku. Michaeli, a further 2 seconds back. Evil Noodle, Glenn, Minimus, Frano, and Grandpa Bear round out your top 10. Right, as the race has kind of settled down a little bit, let's jump back on board with G-Bear. He's in a sort of a 3-way, 4-way battle with Jin, who's an MVRC driver, but driving for SSR tonight. Minimus from MVRC and Glenn Owls from KCSR.
Oh, Grandpa Bear's just gone really wide and nailed the wall.
Really wide there, and he's just lost the place to Frano. I don't think he'll mind so much Frano because he's a teammate, but I don't think he'd like just going wide there, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was a heavy hit. He could have picked some damage up on that, definitely.
So there's still like a sort of like a, well, if you go from sort of Jin down to Tom, you know, with separated by a couple of seconds, it's all to play for these guys. A good finish, and it's a long way to go. A long way to go. We're only 10 minutes into the race, guys.
Yeah, we've got a bit of a... Oh, dear me. Massive crash there. Frano and Zolfo just behind Racilla.
Oh, Frano's obviously come off worse there. He's back down in 15th now. Being overtaken by Ricky Risotto. Well, no, he hasn't. He's managed to keep hold of the position, but Ricky is right on top of him. I think he's probably going to be looking at trying to get past Frano as soon as he possibly can. Let's go back up to Glenn, Minimus and Jin. The little freeway battle developing here. Let's have a look at the standings. How things stand at the moment. JK, as you can see there, like 4.5 second advantage. Flying Hall Kick. And Staku in P3, Johnny B P4, Michaeli from RRC in P5. Expect the RRC boys to do really well there. I think this is their, I think it's their, it might not be. I think it is though. I think it's RRC's combo this week. But yeah, it's going to be Staku and Flying Hall Kick. Let's jump on board with Staku. He's breathing down Flying Hall Kick's neck. SSR looking for some good points, as our KCSR. Johnny B, 4 seconds behind Staku. The thing is, we don't know what kind of strategy these guys are running, whether they've got light fuel tanks. I'm going to be taking more fuel on board and stopping a lot earlier than some of the others who will go as long as they possibly can, splash and dash with sort of 10 or 15 minutes to go. It's the pit window, the pit strategy window is so wide. You've got no idea. What we do know is that every car will be stopping at least once.
Yeah, I mean the pit window theoretically is going to start in about 8 minutes. If people are short jumping it at the beginning, that's when they're going to be hitting the pits in about 8 minutes.
Oh, Staku having a look down the inside. A Flying Hall Kick keeps it tight. Very, very nice. Flying Hall Kick has now got the inside line, but really close. Hard driving, very fair. Staku has now got the inside. Will he take the he does take the inside, and he keeps it tight. No opportunity for Flying Hall Kick to get the cut back there.
Now, can he make it? Can he make any inroads on JK? Is the question.
Well, Staku is an incredibly fast driver. We've seen that in the previous races. So, but he will be looking to try and close down JK. But JK's got a 7-second advantage, you know, and we're only like what? Oh no, Flying Hall Kick is a fast driver in his own right. He won't give up on it. That's for sure. He'll be battling back and trying to get back on terms with Staku. Right, let's go and have a look through the grid, guys. Let's jump on board with Zolfo, who's just behind Brasillia, who's just behind G-Bear, who's just behind Gin. Nice little freeway battle here. And our trackside reporter Dud has given us an update that Dan is 2.2 seconds ahead of blank file from KCSR. So currently, as it stands, MVRC leading both races, which is music to the ears of the MVRC crowd. You can hear the millions of them jumping up and down, cheering for their favourite drivers, MVRC, who had a really good good week in the previous race, and hopefully will be looking to take maximum points again this week and challenging the dominance that has been KCSR for the last couple of AMS2 Community Cups. KCSR without Drew, the mercurial Drew, who's probably, I would say, probably the fastest driver I've seen in AMS2. But they're still an incredibly fast and strong team, KCSR. And as we see that, I think it was not Racezilla, was it G-Bear that went a little bit wide there?
Yep. Just lost out.
Yeah, just a little bit too deep, too quick into that corner. Maybe the pressure from Zolfo was beginning to tell a little bit. He's dropped back now, G-Bear, 3 seconds behind Zolfo. Let's jump on board with Minimus, who's now challenging the KCSR livery car of Glenn. See if he can get back on terms. It'd be really good for Minimus if he can get back up there after taking a little bit of a battering. I can't remember who it is from, but I know he did get entangled with a driver a few laps ago.
Yeah, I think he just lost his rhythm, but he's back on it now.
Yeah, just looking. Flying Hall Kick is still in touch with Stacker, who's just a second behind. But it's JK that's leading the way. 8 seconds now, the advantage. Just going back down, let's just count down the top 10. We've got JK in first, P2 Staku, Flying Hall Kick, Johnny B, McKaylee, Evil Noodle, Glenn, Minimus, Gin, and Racezilla are the top 10. Zolfo, G-Bear, Andy Moore, Ricky Risotto, Frano, Andy G, and DeRocco. And at the back at the moment, Roy, Linus, and Blue Fear. Blue Fear, I think, was involved in that collision probably about 10 minutes ago now, and I think he dropped back down through the field. But he's still running. He's, he's not giving it up.
Yeah, I think he's carrying some damage though. I think that's why he's dropped off.
Yeah, it's always good to see the guys that are probably out of the race for the big points still carrying on and still seeing what they can do, getting a bit of practice in, and not that we're using these cars anymore in the championship, but it's always nice to complete the race if your race is all but over.
Yeah, I mean, we've got Linus and Blue Fear have both been both in the position of being lapped at the moment, which is just thrown another spanner in the works for everyone.
Well, it's all part of the racing, isn't it? It's lap cars as well. They can get in the way, even though they try and get out of the way. But it certainly does have an impact on the racing.
Yeah, Minimus is getting right up behind the gearbox of Glenn there, having a look.
I think he's going to go inside here. He's got the inside line. Yeah,
he's got it. He's got it.
Glenn just backed out there, hopefully looking for the cutback, but Minimus, I think, just cut that off. So Minimus moves up to P7. Glenn behind now in P8. Can Minimus get on terms with Evil Noodle? He's about 3 seconds in front of him. Evil Noodle, as you'll remember, is leading the championship currently in the Drivers' Championship. Blue Fear is hit the pits. So it's an early stop for Blue Fear, and Racezilla as well is in the pits. Yep,
on the 41-minute mark. So this is the early stoppers.
So Owen Hugh has just said, hello Owen, love your videos.
Thanks very much. More to follow when I'm better. some repairing going on with Blue Fear by the looks of it. He's away. He's away.
Yeah, they're both away. Racezilla. No, Racezilla's still in the pits. Blue Fear is away. Let's have a look at Racezilla. I think he's just taking on fuel. It's a massively long stop.
Could be, yeah.
So I'm just wondering whether Racezilla was actually quite light at the start.
Well, he was in a position to take advantage. He just got tangled up at the beginning, which was unfortunate.
It could be he's repairing some damage as well. Maybe. I think Racezilla was involved, wasn't he?
Well, Blue Fear definitely had some damage. Racezilla obviously had more damage.
God, this is a really long stop for Racezilla. Unfortunate, but I'm pretty sure, if I remember, he was involved in an incident.
Yeah, Minimus is a second behind Evil Noodle now. He's pulled 2 seconds on him.
Nice call there, Owen. We're on board with Minimus now. We're in chase cam. I don't know. Should we go cockpit cam? Yeah, let's go cockpit cam. We're on board with Minimus. He's chasing down Evil Noodle and McKaylee, who's in front. But Evil Noodle, he's going to be coming under some kind of attack soon, I think, from Minimus. Let's just keep it on here and just see how this one develops.
Racezilla is now just leaving the pits for a huge pit stop there.
Yeah, so obviously he was repairing damage there. Guys, we wouldn't mind, smash up the like button if you're new around here, you like this kind of content. Please do consider subscribing to the channel, and also go and check out Owen's videos. You know Owen, he does all the first looks and previews of mods that are coming up for AMS2. Probably the #1 mod channel on YouTube. There are others, but the original and the best is Owen. Go and check him out. Go and subscribe to him. Go and give him some love, and I'm sure he would really appreciate that.
Yeah, any jammy donuts going? I'll take some of those as well. Or Dodgers even.
No, I'll take the Jamie donut.
Yeah, true. Whatever happened to the apple donut? Oh, God, let me down, Asda. Let me down. Other supermarkets are available for donuts, by the way.
Right, what we got going on? We're riding on board with Minimus, who's he's got a car in front of him that is not Evil Noodle. So I'm not sure who that is in front of him.
Could that be Blue Fear or Racezilla?
Have a look.
No.
It's not Racezilla.
No, it's not. It's not Blue Fear either. So somebody else.
It's not Frano.
It's got to be Linus.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's Linus.
Yeah, it's definitely Linus.
It's definitely Linus. But hopefully Linus will kind of get out of the way. But he's not obliged to. He's still racing. He's still chasing down Roy. Oh, Minimus getting a little bit wide there. We're on board with Evil Noodle. You can see in the background, right, Glenn from KCSR is making a pit stop. Let's jump on board with Glenn, see how long his pit stop is. G-Bear also is in the pits.
Whoa, that was odd. Did he pull in the wrong pits then? I think he did.
Right, so Glenn, I think, is the second car behind G-Bear here. Let's just see what kind of time they're in the pits now.
Yeah, I think Glenn pulled into Grandpa Bear's pit stop.
Oh, no.
Yeah, then I had to go forward again.
Yeah, you can see Glenn is out. G-Bear is out. They're back on track. They've made their pit stops.
Yep, JK out in front, 11 seconds now. He's different dimension, JK.
Yeah, absolutely. Proper out of this world alien when it comes to this. He was 10 seconds clear of Dan in the shakedown last week, and Dan is no slouch. So we've got Johnny B, who's now made a pit stop. Oh, Johnny B in the pits. Let's just have a look, see where he comes out. And we're keeping an eye on JK. Well, we know it doesn't look like JK was light, does it?
No.
So 11-second lead. Keep an eye on Flying Hall Kick. He's not going away. He's getting right close to Staku. Johnny B rejoins the action. Andy Moore is in the pits for NRT. Let's jump on board with Flying Hall Kick. As you can see, he is chasing down Staku, the little overtake that we had not so long ago. But JK there, absolutely flying, 11.4 seconds. We're going to find out from Dud how the Server 1 is doing. Hopefully we've got an MVRC leading the way in both races. And I am trying to be unbiased, guys. I do promise I am trying to be unbiased. Right, while the race has sort of settled down, Owen, let's have a little go through the field and get some guys that have not really had a lot of exposure. We can see DeRocco, MVRC, and Ricky Risotto having a nice little battle, P11 and P12.
Yep. Grandpa Burr is in a three-way battle with A. Moore and Glenn in front of him. They're nose to tail at the moment.
Okay, let's just have a little quick look at Andy Moore, G. Bear, and Glenn. God, there they are, aren't they? A nice little freeway train. Paradiso. We get an update from Dud, our trackside reporter. He's letting us know that Dan is in P1 on server 1, 2.8 seconds ahead of Ricardo. So Dan doing the business over on server 1. I'm sure there might be a little bit of a steward's inquiry if Dan's internet connection was in play with Rocco's accident, but we'll have to have a look at that after the race. I'm sure nothing malicious, obviously. Dan has suffered all season with a bit of a dodgy internet connection, but I'm sure it'll be okay. I'm sure the stewards will have a look at it if there's anything to have a look at.
What's happening on server 1 as far as pit stops are concerned? Are they playing the pit stop game, or is everybody still hanging out for the halfway point, which is about 3 minutes away?
We'll get an update from Dud, I'm sure, if anyone's pitted, whether they're all still out or whether they're, like you say, playing the pit stop game. I imagine most will probably go as long as they possibly can and then just take on fuel, what they need to complete the race. So we're on board with Andy Moore from NRT at the moment. He's in a three-way battle with G. Bear and Glenn. Just having a little bit further up the field. We've got Frano and Zolfo. They're pretty close together. So Blankfold pitted and came out in 12th over on server 1. So it'd be interesting to see what Dan is pitting now. So it'd be interesting to see how it filters and how it shakes out. To be fair, KCSR are usually incredibly good on their pit stop strategies, so that'd be interesting to keep an eye on. Minimus from MVRC, currently in P13. He's in the pits. He's dropping down the field a minute at the moment, but he is in the pits. JK still eked out a 12 and a quarter second advantage over Staku. He's just keeping going. I can't see if as long as he keeps it on the track and no dramas in the pit stops, I can't see anyone touching JK now. I mean, it's nearly a 12 and a half second advantage. We're just about halfway through the race.
Yep. So Minimus is doing the 50% stop. right at bang in the middle. So I'm going to imagine we're going to see. Oh, JK's in. JK's in the pits.
Right, JK is in.
So he didn't go light.
No, I said like he didn't go light, and you would have with the lead that he eked out, you would have assumed he went light.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting now as he drops down the field.
So we're getting an update from Dud that the P1 and P2 have pitted. They've came out in P8 and P9. So Danny's just still ahead of Blank. He did have a 2.8 second advantage over Blank File. Not sure how much of an advantage he's got now. Over back here, Evil Noodle is now pitted. JK just leaving the pits. He comes out in P5, but obviously the guys in front of him yet to pit. It'd be interesting, Evil Noodle, where he comes out. Who was he battling with? I'm not sure who he was battling with.
He was with Minimus.
That's right, Minimus. It'd be interesting because
He's
Minimus
come out just behind him.
Okay. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Minimus has jumped him in the pits. That can't be right. The time's completely gone. Oh no, it's okay. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, you absolutely. He made some time up. Minimus made a big time up there because he was probably about a second or so behind Noodle, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And he's now a good couple of seconds in front. So
yeah, he's got nearly 2 seconds on him. So.
Yeah, good pit stop for Minimus. Maybe we'll see what happens. Maybe took on slightly less fuel. Maybe he's been doing a bit of fuel saving. Who knows?
Yeah, he's made 2.5 seconds up in that pit stop, which is stunning because they've both pitted within a lap of each other.
Yeah,
basically. Okay, so JK is now on G. A little gaggle of cars.
Yeah, JK now is going to have the traffic in front of him. He will probably be hoping that the guys in front of him, none of them have pitted yet. He'll be hoping that they sort of pit and it doesn't slow him down. And he can just carry on, eke out that lead.
Yeah, and, G got scared off the track and has jumped in the pits. Wise move.
Oh, Gin, yeah. He's the MVRC driver that's actually driving for Wrestling Hard tonight. The Rocco for RRC is also in the pits.
Yeah, so JK's got a few back markers now that he's got to pick his way around, hopefully cleanly.
So our current running order, we've got the first top three, Staku, Flying Hall Kick and McKaylee. They have yet to pit. Then JK, who has pitted, who's currently running in P4, which is crazy, considering the length of the pit stops here. Oh, excuse me, guys.
Nice. Jumped well out of his way there. Didn't hold him up at all.
McKaylee now jumped in the pits from P3. It'd be interesting to see where he filters out.
Yeah, there does seem to be a good 3 seconds between that front gap and the next set of the field.
Yeah. We're just on board now with McKaylee. He's in the pits at the moment. We'll see where he filters out. But we've got Frano that's come in. Andy G has come in. There we go. And McKaylee just leaving the pits now. Back to the Future style, floating, and there we go. Out of the pits, on the track, and away he goes. JK now up to P3, 29 seconds behind Statgoo, but Statgoo is yet to pit. You're absolutely right, Andre. JK is an absolute alien.
We've still got Andy Moore, Grandpa Burr, and Glenn absolutely tooth and nailing it.
Jump on board with Andy Moore, chasing down G Bear and Glenn. Wow, 4 laps. We were
Yeah,
just riding on. Sorry, Owen, go on.
Yeah, JK's up into third now, slowly moving his way up.
Flying Hall Kick is very close to Staku now. Just looking at that, is only half a second. I'm sure these guys will be thinking about pit stopping very, very soon. But there is the opportunity they could go longer. It just all depends on the tyres as well, really, whether they start giving up too much time. But jumping on, we're on board with Flying Hall Kick, and he's very, very close to Staku now. You might have remembered they had a little tangle, not a tangle, but some action probably about sort of 7 or 8 laps ago now, maybe even a little bit longer. But Flying Hall Kick, he's not given up this position at all.
Yeah, for the long stint, I think they've got about 5 minutes before they're going to have to. They're going to have to pit.
Staku's going into the pits. Flying Hall Kick continues on.
Yeah, he's pushing a long way into the race. Like I said, he's now got 4 minutes before that pit window really should be closing as far as you're going to be pushing it. But he's got a clear track ahead of him, so
yeah, we'll keep an eye on Staku and see where he filters out. He was in P2. JK has already overtaken him. JK coming round now, but Staku's still in the pits. It was, I think, if I recall correctly, an 11-second gap between JK and Staku. What is the gap now? We probably won't know for sure until he crosses the line on the next lap.
Has Zolfo pitted?
No.
Right, okay. So he's a bit out of position there in third.
Yeah, I'm just going to be interested to see where Flying Hall Kick, Staku, Johnny B filter back in, and McKaylee as well. They've all pitted. JK obviously is pitted, but it'd just be interesting to see. It looks like Johnny B has jumped Staku by a long way.
Yeah, Minimus is side by side with Roy at the moment. Going for it again. Can he make it stick round the outside? He's giving it a good go.
Oh dear, that was a nice bit of action. Oh, why does my bloody thing keep disconnecting?
Evil Noodle just getting a bit of a respite as these two battle it out behind him. He's walking up the road a bit. Yeah, Flying Hall Kick is now in the pits. JK's back up to first.
Right, if you're interested to see where Staku and Johnny B, I mean, Johnny B's had a really good run because Staku, I'm sure, was ahead of him. Johnny B now is just 13 seconds behind JK, so he's moved up to P2. Johnny B has pitted, so it's still all to play for. I don't think Johnny is going to get on terms with JK, but he's certainly put in the time to get above Staku and Flying Hall Kick. God, this is a battle, this, isn't it?
It is. He's not giving it up. Again, round the outside.
Yeah, it looks like Roy is peeling off into the pits there. Is he? No, I was wrong. He didn't want to give that up at all, did he?
Right to the line.
You shall not pass. We're just getting an update from Dad that blank fire was pulled 1.5 seconds on Dan, like the undercut in the pits, but Dan is still in P1, 1.2 seconds ahead of blank file. So MVRC, not expected, but hoped for after the shakedown last week in pole position on both servers. So it could be maximum points for MVRC as long as there's no dramas, which would be amazing.
Yeah, we're just hitting the two-thirds mark now. So, and it's still battling throughout the field. Just gonna scootle back down and yeah, Grandpa Bert, Glenn, Alan Moore's hanging in there. Zolfo's found himself in the mix.
Yeah, sorry to cut in, Owen, but just looking in the pits, it looks like Flying Hall Kick has done the business on Staku. If you remember, Flying Hall Kick was chasing Staku down. He was about half a second behind Staku, but he's now 1.5 seconds in front of him. So a better pit stop from Flying Hall Kick has seen Flying Hall Kick jump from P4 up to P3 ahead of Staku. Less
fuel to put in the car at the pit stop. Saves you time.
Absolutely.
Really does pay off.
Jump back on board with McKaylee for RRC, who's chasing down Ricky Risotto from Sim Racing GP. And then further down the field, the Andy Moore, G-Bear, Glenn saga continues. The Andy Moore currently in P14, G-Bear P13 and Glenn P12. These three guys have been locked in battle literally for the last sort of 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's becoming such an epic. They're going to have to make a trilogy of this one.
We've got Gin and Minimus that are pretty close together. I don't think Gin will do anything to upset Minimus, because obviously Gin is an MVRC driver, driving for SSR. I'm not saying he's not going to battle Minimus, but obviously Minimus is a teammate, so he'll be trying to push him along. Not do anything silly. He won't want to take him out, but he won't want to give up the points. Ricky Risotto and McKaylee. I think McKaylee just got ahead of Ricky Risotto now. Ricky Risotto fighting back from Sim Racing GP. McKaylee from RRC, whose combo it is. He does get the better of Ricky Risotto, but this is another great little battle here.
Oof, that was a bit of a slide there.
Yeah, a little bit of back end started to swap ends with Ricky there. If that was in 1.6, I think he would have been off the track.
Yeah, there's a bit of lift off oversteer there. I think he went in a little bit too hot and came off that pedal a bit quick.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, we're still racing, guys. We've got Staku, who's now chasing down Flying Hall Kick. Johnny B is 15 seconds behind JK. JK at the moment, absolutely flying. Yeah, no one's going to touch JK unless he has internet issues, mechanical issues, or loses concentration, which I don't think he will. I think JK, well, he's absolutely running away with it. Let's hope there's no disasters, like he hasn't got enough fuel to finish the race or anything like that, and he has to do a splash and dash. But Johnny B with expert again. KCSR, like I said earlier on, always good on their pit stop strategies. Johnny B, he pitted quite early, so probably a lot of clear track ahead of him, made up a lot of time. I think he pitted around about P5. He's now up into P2 and got a lot of track between him and Flying Hall Kick. Yeah,
I mean, he's been putting 140s in, and the only person quicker than him on track is JK. May I warn you not to Murray Walker JK with all the things that could possibly go wrong.
I will do my best. Obviously, I don't want anything to happen to JK.
Yes.
I want him to claim his Jammy Dodger win bonus from Dan. So I think Dan might be bankrupt if JK keeps putting in performances like this.
And if you say he's got it in the bag, that's it. I'm ending the stream now.
No, I'm not saying that at all. But barring any major disasters,
easy now.
JK's doing well. Let's just say that.
Yes.
Right, let's have a little look down the grid. Owen, what we got?
Okay. Funnily enough, JK's running first place, and 16 seconds behind. We've got Johnny B, who's running in second, then Flying Hall Kick in third, Statues in fourth, and then we've got Michael, who's running in fifth. Then we've got our Risotto running in sixth. Evil Noodle has just got a little bit of a breathing room. In seventh ahead of Minimus in eighth. He's still fighting with Gin in ninth. Frano has joined the little fight there in 10th. And then we've got a little bit of a gap of 8 seconds going back to Zolfo. Then we've got Glenn, who's right on the back of Zolfo. Grandpa Burr, A. Moore in 13th and 14th, all still fighting tooth and nail. 15th, Andy G. Then we've got DiRocco, who's in 16th. He's hanging in there with them. Then we've got Roy down in 17th, Linus in 18th, and Ray Zilla still banging out the laps down in 19th. And that's what we've got at the moment, 19 runners.
So just looking, I think the closest battle we've got on track at the moment is Frano and Gin, isn't it? Who are catching Minimus. But this is probably the closest battle we've got on track. Although saying that Andy Moore is breathing down the neck of G-Bear as well. That's a second behind.
At this point, that's just... you could say that for the last 10 laps.
Yeah, I think that little battle, Andy G, Andy Moore, G-Bear and Glenn, it pretty much... Well, Andy Moore, G-Bear and Glenn has been like that for the last 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Ricky Risotto from Simulation GP is pitting, so he went extremely long.
Oof. 12 minutes left in the race. Linus is also just coming out of the pits as well. We had earlier problems with damage, I think. Splash and dash before the end. Got it wrong?
Absolutely got it wrong. It didn't work, unfortunately, but we don't know if he had any issues. Obviously, we was concentrating on the action at the front of the grid. But, yeah, so he, although he's battling with McKaylee, he was pretty much out of position, wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah. Maybe he pulled
this is going to get spicy, isn't it? Frano and Gin.
Yep. Frano's making himself big in the wing mirrors there. JK's now got a lead of 18.5 seconds over Johnny B.
That's crazy. Staku is chasing down Flying Hall Kick as well. We're riding on board with Frano, chasing down Gin. Some fancy cams for you, Dud. Always got a nice little slip here.
Oof.
Moving to the inside, no.
Yeah, he's putting the pressure on him, putting the pressure on. Any word from Dud? That race must be coming to a close pretty soon in server one.
I think they're only about a minute in front. So.
Oh right, okay.
Hopefully Dan's still in P1, but I'm sure we'll get an update from Dud Pinkham once he's finished mucking around with his dress and makeup and stuff before he gets back on screen. Let's jump on board with Staku. He's
looking for a podium before the end.
Yeah, he's going to be putting some pressure on Flying Hall Kick as we reach the closing stages. We're just getting an update from Zedward Dog, saying your audio is much better this stream, Owen.
Why, thank you. We're getting there slowly. Maybe by the end of the season it'd be perfect. Don't count on it.
To be fair, it could be my stream as well, my setup, if I've had the Discord on low or you on low or whatever. I don't think I have, but you know, it could be my problem as well, to be fair. Oh, look at this battle with, look at it. I had to go back to Frano and Gin because they are literally, Frano's having a look up the inside. He's got a tight line. Gin, another little bit of contact. Frano runs a little bit wide there now. Gin has got the inside. Let's jump on board with Gin. He's fighting back, but Frano is still there. Oh, what a battle. Keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean. This is what we like to see. This is what we love to see at the AMS2 Community Cup. Side-by-side battles. Brilliant bit of action there. Let's take another look on the action replay there. We had Frano just going up the inside of Gin, but there's a little tiny bit of touching, a little bit of trading paints, but then Gin fought back in the next corner. He had the inside. Brilliant side-by-side action. We get an update from Dud that Dan is 2.8 seconds ahead of Blank File over on server 1 with about 7 minutes to go. Meanwhile, back here, JK eked out nearly a 20-second advantage over Johnny B. Flying Hall Kick, a further 5 seconds back. Staku really chasing down Flying Hall Kick now, separated by about a second and a half. McKaylee having a bit of a lonely race now in P5. He's 9 seconds back of Staku, but sort of 15 seconds ahead of Evil Noodle. Evil Noodle being chased by Minimus, 3 seconds or so advantage. But this is the battle. Frano and Gin, Gin, the MVRC driver, racing for SSR tonight. Not giving anything, not giving an inch. A little bit further back, we've got Andy Moore and G-Bear. Absolutely been locked in battle for the last sort of 30, 35 minutes. Again, battled throughout the field, no matter where you look. Excuse me, guys.
Yeah, Frano's using all the track and then some. He's determined to get round. We're down to just under 7 minutes left, and the racing from start to finish has been on point.
As it always is in the AMS2 Community Cup, they really are the cream. Some of these guys are just absolute aliens. I mean, look at JK now. Nearly 21.5 seconds advantage over like what sort of 54 minutes. Absolutely incredible. Staku again attacking Flying Hall Kick. He's about a second and a half down. We're staying on board with Frano and Gin because this is the closest battle on track. Although saying that, the Andy Moore, G-Bear and Glenn battle is getting a little bit spicy. If we look at that, G-Bear he was right close to Glenn there for a minute in one of the corners. But yeah, I mean, wherever you look, it's absolutely crazy. I don't know where to look. Where should I look, guys? Frano and Gin, let's get back on board with this. Look at this. Absolutely amazing.
Whoa, that was wide.
Frano goes very wide there, really trying to put the pressure on Gin. But brilliant defence from Gin. I mean, he got overtaken, he fought back. He, you know what I mean? He wasn't giving up the position.
Yeah, he went wide of that corner before. He kind of sets up for a cutback, and Gin just covers it.
Yeah, let's just take another look on the action replay there. You can see he goes really wide up. He's actually on the grass. He's not even on the curb. He actually goes so wide. He's on the grass, doing a bit of greenkeeping for the groundsman. Bit of hover mower.
Yeah, we're into the last 4 minutes and 30 seconds, and there's still tooth and nail.
Thank you, Zed. I'll do my best, mate. I'll do my best. It's getting better as we get more into the season. Right, let's jump on board with Staku. He's still chasing down Flying Hall Kick. We've got what coming round to complete the lap. We've probably got another 2 laps. JK 21.7 seconds ahead of Johnny B, almost 22 seconds. Get an update from server 1 that Ricardo is just past blank file for P2. It's looking like Dan is going to take the win, hopefully, on server 1. They must only have a minute or so left. Probably in the last, the final lap or 2 over on server 1. We're in the final stages over here. JK over 22 seconds ahead of Johnny B. Flying Hall Kick in 3rd. Statue trying to get on terms with Flying Hall Kick, but I think Flying Hall Kick has probably got just a bit too much. Then McKaylee in P5, a bit of a lonely race for him the last sort of 10 minutes or so. Evil Noodle and Minimus putting pressure on Evil Noodle, but you know, 2.5 seconds or so back. Get an update from Dud that's in the last minute over on server 1. It's looking good for MVRC on server 1. It's looking good for MVRC on server 2. Let's just go back to the Andy Moore G-Bear situation. As you can see, they're absolutely nose to tail. Yeah, G-Bear just holding on to that P12. Andy Moore from NRT, putting him under pressure. Glenn just in front of him. But it's JK at the moment from MVRC. Absolute class of the field. 23 seconds almost now ahead. Runs a little bit wide there, but I don't think there's any dramas. But it's looking good for MVRC. Looking like maximum points again this week, which is going to bump them up. I mean, 2 weeks ago they were P8 in the team championship. In their last outing, they moved up to P4 in the team championship. So it'd just be interesting to see after the results are calculated and everything put in, where they will end up.
Yep, Frodo's having another look down the outside on the start-finish straight.
Oh, he might have a good run here. He looked like he got a good exit. Gin moves over to cover off.
Are we going to see grass cutting again?
Here we go. He's got another good exit. Looking up the inside. He's gone deep. Gin's gone wide. He keeps it tight. Oh, amazing. Amazing driving, guys. The level of concentration needed, even if you're attacking or if you're defending. Frodo having a look up the inside.
Oh no!
Oh no! Gin's gone round. I can't believe that.
Yeah, the level of concentration with 3 seconds to go finally drops.
Oh my god, man! Yeah, I don't know though. Like, I don't think it was. I don't think Gin done a lot wrong there, to be honest.
Well, yeah. There was nothing malicious. It was just, he didn't get left room. He probably didn't know he was there.
Just hard racing, but what a shame. So we're on ball with JK. He's coming round to complete lap 36. But looking at the Staku Flying Hawk kick, Johnny B. That's closed up a little bit. Maybe Johnny B just relaxed and just eased off a little bit. But Staku is
Seymour is all over Grandpa Bear. He's going for a shoot up the inside. He's got him. No, he hasn't.
Winner.
He hasn't.
Let's have a look. I just had to come back there, but I was on board with JK. I wanted to watch him cross the line. But looking at Staku and Flying Hall Kick. Yeah, that's going to stay as it is. Let's jump back on board with JK. Brilliant race there from JK. Jump in the cockpit with him. Absolutely commanding performance. Led from start to finish. Pole position, probably the fastest lap. Race win. It's a double for MVRC. A win on both server 1 and server 2. We will get hopefully comments from JK in the interviews, hopefully along with Flying Hall Kick and Staku.
It's still going on. It's still going on. Moore has just taken Grandpa Bear. Grandpa Bear's gone for the cutback and got it, and he's now on the outside. And wow, what? It's been about 3 position changes on this lap between these two.
And he obviously just got the legs then to get over the line.
Yeah.
And take P12 away from G Bear, but I should have been on board. Sorry about that, guys, for not getting that action. But that's pretty much it. I'm going to switch over to the interactive timing screen, and I'm going to let Owen give you your final results, guys.
Surprise, surprise, JK in first. Pulling up the best lap time as well of 1:39.703. Some 23 seconds ahead at the end. Amazing drive, absolutely amazing drive. So moving down, Flying Hall Kick for RPM takes second. Down at third, we've got Statue. It's solid race throughout. Really good race from him. Then Johnny B in fourth for KCSR. In fifth, we've got Michelle for RRC. Then Evil Noodle for NRT in sixth. Another solid race for Evil Noodle. Then we've got Frano for AMSU, who had a little bit of a coming together with Gin at the end. He's in 7th. In 8th, we've got Zolfo for RRC. Then Minimus is in 9th for MVRC. Then Gin, unfortunately, losing out towards the end there for SSR in 10th. Andy Moore just pipped Grandpa Burr for 11th for NRT. Grandpa Burr, of course, losing it on the last lap for AMSU down to 12th. In 13th, we've got Glenn for KCSR. Then Andy G for SRGP. DiRocco for RRC in 15th. Ricky Risotto, sorry, D-Rocco. They did that on purpose. D-Rocco's in 15th. And in 16th is Ricky Risotto for SRGP. Down in 17th, we've got Roy. And then in 18th, we've got Linus and Racilla in 19th. The last two, well, they didn't need to compete because everybody knows they would have won anyway. I'm calling heads. Back over to you.
Right, we've got some drivers waiting to speak. We're going to go with Staku first. Staku, if you can hear me, mate. Good race from you. A good battle with Flying Hall Kick and Johnny B. How did the race go for you, mate? Staku, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, Staku. Yeah, just saying a good battle, a good race from you. You had some good battles with Johnny B and Flying Hall Kick. How was the race for you?
I actually started answering, but I didn't realize my microphone was off. It went, quali was bad from the beginning. I went a second slower than what I was doing in like practice runs because I could have done a 38, like in high 38s. I was high 39s. But the race itself wasn't bad. It was pretty close with Flying Hawkins in the end, and also with Johnny, but that penalty kind of screwed him over. So yeah, he didn't really have much to fight with at the end because he put it super early to get ahead of us, but then he had just no tires left, and with his penalty he just had no way of defending basically. But yeah, I actually enjoyed the race. It was good, my first podium in AMS2 CC, so quite happy with that. I hope other people also had good races. I didn't really know what was going on behind, but yeah, happy to score some points.
Excellent, Staku. I'm just going to just get in Flying Hall Kick now. Flying Hall Kick, you also had an amazing race. Obviously, JK was in a class of his own in this one, but like Statue said, you had a really good race with Johnny B and Staku. We'll get on to Johnny in a second before we speak to JK. But how was the race for you, Flying Hall Kick?
Yeah, it's also my first podium in the Community Cup, so I'm quite happy with that. Was quite close with Staku first half of the race. Someone spun in front of me, and we had some back markers, which allowed Staku to close in. And then we had a small battle, but I decided not to waste too much time to battle with each other because we still had a whole race in front of us. And then we had the pit stop. I pitted one lap after Staku, and somehow I ended up in front of Staku. Maybe I took less fuel, or maybe made a mistake on outlap. I don't know.
Actually, can I ask you real quick?
Yeah, sure.
How much fuel did you have left? Because I did put a little bit too much. I had 4.5 liters at the end, and given how long it takes to refuel those cars, that could have been the difference.
I had 4 liters left in the end, and I took 17 liters during the pit stop.
Oh, actually, so quite similar. Yeah, my outlap was also pretty messy. I couldn't adjust quickly to those fresh tires, and also my in laps were, the first few laps before pitting, I was just making mistakes on those one tires, so that allowed you to get closer, and not, of course, the small differences in the pit stop.
Indeed,
I think I came out one
1 second in front of you, and then I saw Johnny B in front of us, and I know Johnny B has some fancy strategies from time to time. So I wasn't aware that he didn't pit yet. So I thought, okay, maybe he still has to pit, or maybe he doesn't. Maybe he took an early pit stop, and apparently he did take an early pit stop. But then he has a 10-second penalty, so I didn't try to catch him. And in any case, he was too fast to catch. So yeah, all in all, quite happy.
Excellent flying hole kick. I'm just going to bring in Johnny before we speak to JK. Johnny, as flying hall kick alluded to there, another masterful pit strategy from you. I think you went into the pits in P5 and you had a really early pit stop. And I did say on the stream that KCSR are always quite spot on with their pit strategies. But to come out in P2, you must be absolutely delighted with the way the race went for you, despite JK being sort of literally in a league of his own. But a P2 for you, Johnny. I wasn't aware you had a penalty actually, but P2 with a penalty and a masterful pit strategy. How was your race and how did it go? Did it go according to how you planned it?
Yeah, kind of. Obviously, penalty notwithstanding, I knew that basically as you got a new set of tyres, you had about a second's worth of delta. So I knew that, or I was trying to chase down Statue and Flying Hawkick in the first stint and just wasn't really making much inroads. So I thought I'll pit a bit earlier, see if I can get a bit of the undercut. I didn't expect them to carry on quite as long as they did, if I'm honest. Which meant that then they were absolutely reeling me in towards the end. But yeah, unfortunately, finger trouble, we'll call it, with the pit limiter. And all undone anyway.
Yeah, but Johnny, like I say, KCSR, they always seem to have, like Flying Hawk said, fancy pit strategies. I thought it was just intentional, that you maybe come out in a bit of clear traffic, and the fact they went a little bit longer, obviously their lap times were going to suffer with tyres and stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, it's worked absolutely masterfully for you, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, it worked out really well, and yeah, exactly as you said, I was just aiming for a bit of clear traffic, knew that it would take roughly 40 seconds in the stop, so came out with a good couple of laps in clear air, and then had a few back markers on the way, but nothing too tragic. And then yeah, had a pretty, or to be fair, I thought it would be a lot closer when they came out of the pit, so I was quite surprised that it was nearly the 10 seconds. But yeah, just couldn't hold on to it, as they were obviously on far fresher tyres than I was by that point.
Yeah, it kind of surprised me as well, to be honest. But yeah, right. I will bring in Frano and Gin after we've spoken to our winner tonight, because I really want to have a little word with Frano and Gin, because towards the closing stages of that race, they had an absolutely monumental battle, and there was contact, which is a little bit unfortunate. But JK, another win for you, JK. Obviously, you showed your class in the shakedown last week. But yeah, you was literally in a league of your own tonight. How did you find the race? It was probably a little bit lonely for you for pretty much the whole race.
Yeah. No, I think last week definitely paid off doing that race. I haven't done the shakedown, I don't think, before, so having that intel was very, very helpful. Car was fantastic. Everything just was nice and smooth. So it was really it's just a really fun track and car to drive, I think. So I loved every single lap. It was nice to get pole, and then and yeah, just sort of drove my own sort of race, and it was really, really good. I got in a nice rhythm. Again, I think Johnny himself did the best strategy. Pitting early was clearly, the undercut was very powerful.
Yeah.
I pitted. I was just going to do half and half was my original thoughts. Just to cover off. I was actually expecting the two behind to pit a little bit earlier, because I thought that they would try to utilize the new tyres to kind of close the gap. I think we were around about 10 seconds before the initial stop. But that didn't happen, so I just sort of pitted at 30 minutes, and then yeah, we were flying, so I was really, really happy with that one.
Yeah, brilliant, a brilliant win. I'm just getting information from Server One that Dan has won on server 1, but there is a bit of a stewards inquiry going on over there because Dan did have some issues again at the start of the race, and I think it's looking like Rocco was taken out by Dan and a lot of lagging issue. So Dan has recommended that Rocco take his points, but yeah, at the moment, as it stands, unofficially, MVRC taking top points at the moment. JK, absolutely massive congratulations on your win. It really was a masterful performance. I just want to bring in Frano and Gin. I'm not going to do any talking. I'm going to let them guys talk because they had an amazing battle, and unfortunately on the last lap, I think it was, Frano and Gin had some contact, but up until that point, like for 2 or 3 laps, maybe a little bit longer, they were pretty much bumper to bumper and side by side. Very clean racing. So let me just bring in Frano and Gin. I'm going to let them speak and let them talk about it because I want to get their perspective on what happened. And yeah, take it away, gentlemen.
Yeah, it was a quite a heating battle for 7-8 laps, I think.
Yeah.
With a little bit of bad outcome for me, but racing incident, I would say.
Yeah.
Missed the braking point a bit, so the door opens a bit. Frano took the inside line. I wanted to close the door, but it was already a bit too late, and he hit me. Yeah, as I said, racing incident, but quite a funny battle.
Yeah, absolutely a racing incident. There's obviously no maliciousness from Frano there. Frano, how was your take on that battle with Gin? It was epic, wasn't it?
Oh, freaking amazing. It's been a while since I had that long of a battle with somebody and that clean. It was a shame because in my screen, and I know I'm far away and ping issues are a thing. In my screen, I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel a hit nor a bump. But I knew the moment he turned the car around, I knew I hit him, but not with my fault. I think it was a connection issue. But I do apologize. Yeah. It was an aggressive move, but
yeah, all good.
Yeah, like I say, absolutely a racing incident. It was just such a shame it ended that way because, like you say, a titanic battle. Gentlemen, I want to say a big, massive congratulations to JK for the win, Johnny B for his second place, and it was just an amazing race to watch. Especially, obviously, JK. We didn't get a lot of coverage of JK because he was so far ahead. But the battles that we did watch, Flying Hall Kick, Saku, Johnny B. Frano and Gin, G-Bear, Andy and Glenn, they were like bumper to bumper for about 35 minutes throughout the race, and it was absolutely unbelievable. I was going to bring in Roy, who's the host of this race tonight. I'll leave the final word to Roy, but massive congratulations to all of you guys for putting up a really, really good a bit of a spectacle, and like I say, every time I commentate on these races, this is the cream of AMS2 racing. Top drivers, top racing, and Roy, I'm going to leave the final word to you, mate, and Owen, of course. Obviously, Owen helped me in the booth tonight. But Roy, if I just leave the final word to you, mate, yeah, how was your race firstly, and yeah, if you just want to take any words that you want to say about the AMS2 Community Cup.
Well, good evening, everyone watching the stream. I hope you all enjoyed it. And yeah, from my point of view, yeah, it was a bit of a lonely race most part. I had a spin early on, and yeah, that just cost me a couple positions, and I didn't manage to recover that. But yeah, all in all, a decent race. Not the best result, but yeah, it is what it is. Luckily, we have Hawking in P2 grabbing a big haul of points, so that's good for the team. I think on server 1 we didn't score any points, so yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I think there were a couple incidents on lap 1, but other than that, I think everyone had a good race, so that's always good to see.
Owen, is there anything you want to add or ask these guys? These are absolutely amazing drivers. Anything you want to say?
No, I'm still in shock that after 60 minutes, you were still fighting down to the tooth and nail to the last lap between, well, everybody on the field. It was another amazing race, and looking forward to the next one, guys.
Yeah, well, a big thank you to RRC for putting up this combo. It was an interesting one. And the next one will be the V8 Supercars on Bathurst. So that should be an interesting combo as well. So come and watch it, everyone.
Yeah, that was MVRC's combo last year. I loved that combo. Wasn't very popular at the time, but I think everyone grew to love it.
Yeah, personally not a fan of it myself, but we'll see how it goes.
I'm sure you'll be fine. Right, guys, thank you very much for joining me in the commentary booth. Again, thank you very much for putting up an excellent show for the viewers. I'm sure they really enjoyed it. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me, guys. If you like I said in the last stream, if you want to join any of these communities, head on over to Just Race. All of these communities are always looking for other drivers. You don't have to be aliens like these. As long as you're a safe driver, respectful, they'll take on anybody. You'll have battles throughout the grid on any of the races. So head on over to Just Race and check out all of these communities. Gentlemen, thank you very much for again. Thank you very much for tonight. I will leave it there, and I will close out the stream. And I will see you next time.
Brilliant. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks for commentating.
You're very welcome. And that is it, guys. That is it from me. I hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. I think it's been an absolutely brilliant race. I'm looking forward to finding out the fallout of what's gone on in Server 1. I'm hoping that Dan claims the win, and obviously MVRC take top points, but we'll see what happens. Internet issues are a thing, unfortunately, in online sim racing. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me tonight. I'm not streaming tomorrow night. I'm watching the football for my sins, but I should be back on Friday with something. I don't know what I'm racing yet. If you've enjoyed the stream, guys, please hit the thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. If you've not subscribed to the channel and you love a bit of sim racing, iRacing, AMS2, Race Room, 1.6 is coming, so we're all on board the hype train for 1.6. If you haven't, if you like that kind of thing, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Massive thank you to Owen tonight for helping me in the commentary booth. That was a brilliant race. I really enjoyed it. We had a lot of fun. I hope you had a lot of fun. Guys, that's it from me. You've been legends. I've been Metz. I will see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.